Speed. We're just gonna name it Speed. Keep it simple, you know? We're gonna name it Speed. Yo, I drink cyanide. Like, hey, what's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, so here we go. So timer should be running. Guys, if this is your first look at a speed run, I'm just going to show you. We're going to keep it very basic. I'm not going to do any advanced maneuvers. First step, prologue. Here's all you have to do. Just jump through prologue. Keep it very simple. This is not too far off from what the fastest runners in the world do because you don't have a dash yet. You can skip the cutscene as soon as you touch this house. Pause, skip cutscene as soon as you touch the house. And I'm going to show you guys along the way where you can skip cutscenes. There's an important one coming up here in the beginning. Again, if you don't hit it, it's not crazy. But if you just jump here and pause over here, you can just skip your cutscene. And it avoids Chemical Alpaca. There you go. Thank you, Kem, for coming in with your sound. I want to make sure it was working. How are the audio levels, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear the game sounds? Can you hear everything okay? Is the mix? How's the mix? Check 1 2 check. So yeah, prologue. All you want to do is get through there clean. Don't worry too much. What the fastest runners in the world do, they just kind of try and optimize as many hops as they can in. When you do little jumps, it's a little bit faster than just walking. So you really just want to hop through there. But again, you don't have to go crazy with it. We're talking about your goal will be like around an hour or sub 1 hour goal. That's what we're going to kind of showcase with here. Can you dash in prologue? Yes, Kem. That was so funny. Kem was playing Celeste a little while ago when we were all hanging out in Chemical Alpaca's stream, and he was in prologue. He had just done a reset, and he was in prologue, and he was completely confused. Where's me dash? Where's me dash? There's no dash in prologue, buddy. There's no dash in prologue. Yeah, can I have my own sound? Yes, absolutely. You can add your own sound. Please, I encourage you. Everything's fine. Fargao has taken the first step towards the inner circle. Sub hour is very nice. Yeah, it's true. Where's my dash gone? Okay, here we go. That sounds just like him. All right, so city. Let's get into city. Remember, I'm going to try and do no advanced maneuvers, so you guys watch me and tell me if I do something just out of habit. That's like an advanced maneuver. I'm going to really try not to, but... And the reason I'm doing this again is... Oh, yeah, I have a dash. I can dash. But listen, guys. You really just have to move slow and steady. And that's why I'm doing it this way. Because I want to show you that speedrunning is not completely all about learning speed strats. Even though, like, it's one of the best things about it. And as we go a little bit further tonight, we're going to be able to look and see exactly what that means in terms of going much faster than I'm going now, and in terms of your... Wait. Joma Vifa. What is up, Joma? Welcome in. So yeah, you can see here, and I think even just the little times I'm stopping here and there, it's not going to make a huge difference. And that's another thing is I see very often people who are just starting out, and they'll get like very kind of, I guess, maybe upset with themselves, like dying here or there, you know, or making small mistakes. But you really don't have to worry about that. Again, sub 1 hour is more about consistency and trying to play as clean as possible. You know, you're not gonna have like a... Oh, there's Prof Neon. It was very low, Prof. I'm sorry. I have to adjust it. I just set that one up, and I didn't want to make it too loud because a lot of the alerts that I have are like very loud. But because Prof's is just kind of like a smooth whisper, it came out really low. But I will adjust that, my dude. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right, so you can see so far, haven't done anything like crazy. Basic strats. Very, very basic strats. Nothing advanced. And then here, touch here, skip cutscene. That's city. That's it. Storm Guardian in the house. Prof Neon in the house. What's up, Prof? What's up, everybody? Laura Morgan. Welcome in. Laura, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. If you're new to Celeste Speedrunning, I'm just showing you this here as kind of like a baseline. I think it's possible we could sub 1 hour. We might not. It might be pretty close. But as soon as I start showing you some advanced movement, you're gonna absolutely be able to sub 1 hour very easily. And also, we'll go over some skips. There are some very cool skips that are extremely worth learning. Some more than others. There's one I have in mind, which is a little bit later on. And as soon as you learn that one, you're going to be really saving some time, like, very quickly. But the reason, again, that I wanted to just showcase this is just to show that you can play clean, you can play smooth. Oh, here we go. As soon as you hit here, you can skip this cutscene. Another thing that you have to learn just in the beginning is when you can skip cutscenes. Whoops, there's a berry. And the second one is routing. For the most part, with the exception of... Whoops. With the exception of a little bit later on when we go to the Mirror Temple, I know exactly where I need to go, like at all times. But when you're first starting out, you don't. You're not going to know how to... You're not going to know. So it's very important. One of the basic things is just routing. Just practice the routing in the game. Know where you need to go. Not every stage demands routing because a lot of them are linear. But there are stages... Oh, as soon as you hit here, skip this cutscene. There are stages that have multiple branching paths, so you need to know where you're going. But you can see I'm just kind of, again, doing things super basic here and not doing any advanced movement stuff for now. A little bit later on, again, you are going to be seeing some advanced movements from me, and you're going to be learning how to do them yourself. But one thing I just want to note is just keeping it really clean, you know? I'm not really even dashing like that much in between. I'm kind of walking, jumping a little bit. Jumping is faster than just walking, guys, by the way. But yeah, just like knowing what to do. Okay, we'll take the long route here. There's a... I gotta remember how to do this room casually. It's been so long since I've seen this. Okay. Okay, right. This. Gems. Hello, gems. Okay. Okay. Just take our time here. Good. We're through. We're clean. I think one of the important things to remember is just try and be as clean as you can. Try to not die, and it's kind of like a joke between a bunch of us in the speedrunning community. But if you want to sub 1 hour, you don't die. That's really how you do it. You try and minimize your deaths as much as possible. There's a cutscene skip here, and then it's just basic stuff: learning when to skip the cutscene and knowing your routing. Which again, for these levels, not gonna worry too much about routing, but later on, Mirror Temple, you're gonna definitely need to know your routing. And then
so sorry. Your princess is in another castle.
There it is, Claire in the house. What's up, Claire? Hope that audio level was good. I just set that one up for Claire, and you guys can also have your own sounds for when you come in. It's only about 1,000 points, so you can get there pretty quickly just by hanging out. Here's the last cutscene skip, and there you go. That's Old Sight. Yo, Corrupted Nitro, what's up? Welcome in, guys. Just starting out here as we just initially do kind of a very basic beginner speed run, kind of a speed walk of Celeste. Sorry for repeating myself, but in an attempt to not get lost in chat, may I ask, will this guide be useful for me if my PB is below 50 minutes? Camper, I would say yes, this stream will be useful to you, absolutely. this initial walkthrough here is kind of just showing strats or showing like basic gameplay through all the way through from start to finish, showing the routing and kind of just discussing what it takes to get to sub 1 hour. As soon as we're done with this, we're going to move into some more advanced stuff, which definitely could help you. Some advanced movement tech, also some more advanced oh wait, this is not, okay, this is not the casual route, hang on. I forgot. Some more advanced stuff, just time save stuff. And yeah, absolutely, we'll go as advanced as I can, which is pretty much, like I said, my my PB, I'm typically sub 40. I'm a sub 40 runner, and my PB is a 37. So if that's faster than you, then I can definitely show you some stuff. And the good news is I also have most of the times in my chat, if not in my chat, in my Discord, Discord, I have some of the fastest people on the planet at this game. I'm lucky enough to hang out with them and learn from them too. And Celeste is just not only one of the best games of all time, I've said it so many times, but one of the best communities and one of the most accessible speed runs, because you don't have to be like a god tier gamer to get enjoyment out of speedrunning this. You don't have to have the crazy lightning reflexes. You can have a really enjoyable time just setting realistic goals for yourself and then improving upon them. So those are all reasons that I highly recommend this game. This is the first game I ever speedran, and I started it again about a year ago, and I haven't stopped just because it's so much fun. I always told myself I will stop when it stops being fun, and so far it hasn't happened. So okay, so let's talk about Resort a little bit. Again, this is the first chapter that's going to be really challenging. I think City and Old Site, the first 2 chapters are short, quick, and then this one is very different. There's a lot going on here. It's a very long chapter. You have some challenging sections, all these rotating dust bunnies. Oh, I almost did a speedrunning strat there. Okay, let's keep it casual. All these dust bunnies rotating around, and there's some rooms that are absolutely made easier with speedrunning strats, but we're going to try and avoid all of that. Skip a cutscene here. Again, for the most part, if you're trying to sub 1 hour, you just want to know your routes, okay? Play it clean. Dash whenever possible. Really, that's all you want to do. Instead of walking, dash. And instead of, well, let's see. Let's say it this way. Instead of walking, dash. Instead of walking, hop. And then instead of hopping, dash, right? Hopping is better than walking, and dashing better than hopping. So here's the first place where the paths diverge. This is why I'm pausing a little bit here. This common speedrunner path is down, top, middle. So bottom, top, middle. So this is the bottom route. Again, this just takes practice and knowing where you're going. The same with getting through all these rooms. You're probably not going to get through them deathless. You're probably going to take some deaths. But the important thing is that you're learning the route and you're, you know, not getting too much of a perfectionist. Not being too much of a perfectionist. Because it can be really disheartening to make mistakes, of course. Nobody wants to make mistakes. Especially when it's something that they've done before and, oh, I should have gotten that, but... really just continue on, and I highly recommend just having a goal for yourself, working towards it. Make it realistic. Make a realistic goal. I don't remember like a lot of these rooms casually. It's kind of strange for me to be playing it like this, but I think I've avoided most advanced movement here. I don't think I've hit too much advanced stuff. You guys can let me know if there's any screens that I maybe accidentally did something advanced in, but Yo, RB in the house. What exactly is Celeste Speedrunning Weeks? This would be the second time I've seen it mentioned. Oh, Celeste Speedrunning Weeks. It was officially announced by Celeste Game on Twitter, their official tweet, their official Twitter account. That now until November 1st is Celeste Weeks, Celeste Speedrunning Weeks. So I'm super excited, and like I said, me and all my homies do this all year round. So it's really cool to have something official from Celeste Game to say, hey, let's celebrate Celeste speedrunning. And again, my community, ! Discord, if you want to come check it out, we are all about Celeste speedrunning, and we have some of the fastest people in the world, but more important, we have a lot of beginners too, and intermediate, everywhere in between. So if you're a beginner, or you have played a little bit, or you want to get back into it, or you've thought about speedrunning it, but you've never tried it, like, honestly, this is the place to be. We are welcome to all levels, all skill levels, and also the same with the Moonberry Cup, which is a racing event that that we run, me and my friends, and it's open to anyone, and it's a ton of fun. Speaking of tons of fun, is that J Money? What's up, J Roy? Welcome in, man. So again, so far here, this has been Celestial Resort, and I have done nothing special. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. We'll see what the time is at the end. I'm not sure if it's going to be sub 1 hour, but I have a feeling it'll be pretty close, honestly. Whoops. See, sometimes you take a death at the end of a long room, but just stick with it. Don't get discouraged. And these rooms are gonna be tricky. You're gonna have deaths, okay? You're gonna have deaths. You're gonna die more than I'm dying right now. That's a promise. Because I've done this many, many times. And if you're just beginning, you're gonna have to pay those dues. That's just the way it goes. And these rooms are not easy at all. Like this room I'm in now can be very tricky. And you probably will die a bunch of times. But again, just have a good attitude. You know, just try and get a little bit faster next time. Keep a positive frame of mind. And your times will improve, I guarantee. Skip a cutscene right here, and then we're gonna go up to the roof. And then we're gonna skip another cutscene right here. And don't worry about knowing exactly when to skip these cutscenes. Just as you're playing the game, just remember that you can, as soon as like the game seems like it's going into a cutscene, just remember like you can skip the cutscenes. And I mean, really, you should, because cutscenes are slow, and we want to go fast. Remember, guys, this is just the beginning of the stream, and we're doing a run-through of the game. It should take about an hour. We're doing no advanced strats. Just trying to play as clean as possible. And then after that, we're going to get into some more advanced stuff. I'm going to show you some advanced movement techniques. I'm going to show you also some skips, which are very useful to learn, even as a beginning runner. I'm going to show you actually the most important skip that you can learn in the game. Luckily, it's not too difficult. Whoops. Luckily, the most important skip is actually very doable, even for a beginning runner. And again, you don't have to be perfect, guys. You saw me taking some deaths. That's going to happen. Deaths are going to happen. This screen, in particular, deaths are going to happen. It's a really tricky screen to navigate, even for advanced runners. But just try and play cool. Skip the cutscene right there at the end, and you're good.
This is Bean!
This is Bean! What's up, Bean? How's it going, Bean? Another amazingly excellent speed runner. The Bean has been climbing the speedrunning charts By the way, quick, what are the requirements for the Moonberry Cup? Yeah, exactly right. Under about an hour. If you can speedrun in about an hour, you can get into the cup. Nice guy. What's up? Thank you for the good luck. Let's take a look at Golden Ridge. Again, this is just an initial playthrough, guys. Let's see what time we get. Oh, my live split isn't even working. Okay, that's cool. No problem. We got the in-game timer going. But that's weird. We'll have to fix that. So Golden Ridge, really tricky level, especially for beginners, because it's the wind mechanic makes it really difficult to navigate. Also, like the clouds, cutscene right here, Skip, with Granny. The clouds, bouncing clouds are kind of tricky to figure out, but the wind is especially. That's really where things get tricky. The bubbles you're introduced to as well. One trick that you'll see, just kind of whenever you see a bubble, just know that you can enter it, you can exit it faster than just default. If you just enter and exit the bubble, there's a little bit of a delay. But if you dash out of the bubble, you can shorten that delay. So that's something that you may want to keep in mind. So let me show you right here. Let's just say I hold up and dash into the bubble. Okay, there you go. Now if I press dash as soon as I get to the bubble, see the difference? So you can save a little bit of time there. But I wouldn't worry too much about that depending upon where you're at. It's just a small optimization, kind of a micro optimization. Again, the playthrough we're looking at here is just kind of main game, all A sides, basic strats, nothing really advanced. No shortcuts. Oh wait, I'm forgetting how to... Okay, casual strats. Casual strats. Oh, come back. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Just again, when you're looking at sub 1 hour, you want to just play the game. Just play the game over and over. That's my strategy. We can talk a little bit about different strategies for learning the speed run because everyone has their own kind of style. And the two main styles that I see, one is you're going to practice each individual level. You're going to practice each level. You're going to learn, for example, the speed run strats for City, the first stage.
This is the voice in your head. QB's here.
Yo, QB, what's up, man? Welcome in. You're going to learn the strats for City, and you're going to grind those strats. And then once you have a good time, what you consider to be a good time, you're going to move on to the next stage. You're going to learn Old Site. You're going to grind that individual level. That is not how I learned the game, but that is how a lot of people do it. My preferred method is just to play the entire game all the way through, over and over. Especially at first, you will get faster. You will get faster, especially starting out, because it's really going to help you improve your movement, improve just your control, and you're really going to like lock in all those like routes, like I was saying, like all the routing and stuff. You need to know where you're going, and again, it doesn't apply to every level. There's only certain levels that are kind of more difficult than others in terms of there's branching paths and things. But this is not one of those levels. This is pretty straightforward. Golden Ridge. This is more just knowing what to do in each room on each screen, knowing what to do to progress. And you can see, like, I know what to do on every screen. And that's just from playing a ton. But when you're first starting out, you don't know. You don't know what to do. And you're gonna get a little bit confused, you're gonna slow down, and that's normal. That's very normal. But again, I'm doing this initial run here to show you guys that you don't have to do anything
Mr.
crazy.
Majama in the Moonberry Cup brought my PB down by 13 minutes.
Wow. Markers. Thank you so much, Markers, for being a member of the Inner Circle and a member of the Celeste Speedrunning community, and of course a member of the MBC. The Moonberry Cup has been like so much fun. We've had 15 Moonberry Cups so far, and it's a whole lot of fun. We do all types of categories as well, not just any percent. There's a lot of different speedrunning categories. So you could learn how to run a different category if you want. I think any percent is by far the most popular statistically. The most people doing it. It's probably the easiest of the categories in terms of difficulty. And I want to point you guys as well to a really good resource that, I don't know, maybe some people don't think of it so much as a resource, but it really, really is. There's Markers. What's up, Markers? So I'll tell you right after this level here. I'll tell you like the ultimate speedrunning resource that's free and right in everybody's face, and people tend to overlook. Okay, I got stuck. Okay. So you can make mistakes, guys. It doesn't have to be a mistake-free run. And again, I haven't done any advanced movements, but just so you know, after this run, I'm going to show you how to do all the advanced movements. I'm going to show you how to do all the advanced strats, all the most important skips. If I accidentally do like an advanced maneuver, I'm just taking an extra second and slowing down to kind of make up for it, because I have noticed I've caught a couple of... Okay, here we go. Right as soon as you get here, you can skip this cutscene, and that's Golden Ridge. That's it. That's it. Prof Neon redeemed acquire 1 heme. Well, Prof, it looks like you got him. You got him. GG, Prof. Okay, so where we at? 22 minutes in. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Mirror Temple. All right, so Mirror Temple. This is where I might make some mistakes, because we're going to see 5A, Mirror Temple A, all the way through the A side. Right away, skip a cutscene, by the way, guys. And again, instead of just walking, you want to be dashing, or even just doing jumps, even just little jumps. But dashing, obviously, faster than walking. And, okay, so here's where things get, like, really divergent. You can see there's a lot of different branching paths, and you need to know where to go. You're going to go up here, and then you're going to come over to this screen. You're going to duck under here and grab a bubble over here, and then take this bubble right. This is a really beautiful level. This is one of my favorite levels in the game. Just not only for its like really cool and kind of confusing atmosphere, but so many branching paths and opportunities to get lost here, and you can explore. There's all different like hidden berries, the strawberry collectibles. But this path that I'm on now, this is the fastest path, and you want to make sure that you are on it, because if you're not, then you are going the wrong way. But yeah, a lot of like dark corners and not really knowing what's happening. So you want to be sure to know this map, know your path here as best as you can. That's going to be extremely important. Okay, I'm going to show you guys one skip. Now this isn't even really a skip, because this is intended. Okay, you're going to take this bubble right, and then normally you'd have to go somewhere and get a key. Okay, but if you take this bubble left, there's actually a hidden path right through here, right through this bubble. You kind of do a dash up into this bubble and take this bubble up, and then you can move right past the door without needing the key. So it's not really a skip. I don't consider it a speedrunning strat, because it's built into the game. It's just part of the layout. It's just part of the path that you need to learn. It's part of the routing. There's no tricks involved. Okay, once you get through here, you're gonna go straight up the middle. Grab this bubble, go straight up, and then hit these 2 switches, and then you're gonna turn into a seeker for a second. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's just a dream. It's all just a dream. We're gonna wake up as a seeker, and really cool game design here. I like that you move left as a seeker. You have to go left. You can do dashes like this, which are fast, but if you bonk, it kind of throws you off. So use the dashes sparingly. Give yourself a little kiss, and then you're gonna wake up back in the real world here. And we're gonna face ourselves here as Battle Line. Now, skip every time you see a cutscene. There's a bunch in this screen. You're just gonna, as soon as you get, as soon as the cutscene triggers, pause and skip. I gotta remember all these rooms. You got some switches to hit. It's been a long time since I played this, guys. I'm gonna be honest. But again, just dashing whenever possible. Here's introduction of the Seekers. It can be a real nightmare. But just make your way through each screen. Make sure you're touching these keys. Sometimes the Seekers will touch a key for you. But they do kind of like lock onto your location and try to give you a big kiss. And I'll show you guys later some really cool speedrunning strats for this area. But for now, again, we're just going to play it casually. Nothing advanced. Just try and play clean. Try not to die. That Seeker will normally hit the top key on its own. You can see I didn't really do anything special there. Just try to avoid getting bopped by the Seeker. You can jump on top of the Seeker's heads, by the way, if you didn't know. You really just want to avoid, if possible, at all costs, the Seeker. Sometimes you have to let them charge you in order to... there's another cutscene here. As soon as you see the mirror, you can pause and exit. Again, don't worry too much about knowing exactly where the cutscenes are. Just know that when you see a cutscene, you want to be pausing and skipping the cutscene. Okay, so this is where we get lost, guys, because I don't super remember the route. There's a skip that I normally do here. But we're not going to do that skip. So we need to figure out where exactly we are going. I think we want to go to the right. But again, this is time save that would be you would have this time save if you knew where you're going. If you knew exactly your path, then you wouldn't have to worry about this. Okay, this is not it. There's a key from the top right. Let's open this guy. Let's go find a key top right. Okay, here we go. We're getting into some rooms that I'm not familiar with. Let's go down here. Is there a key here? Hello? Hello, keys. Alicia Keys. Okay, this room is just a bunch of bubbles and keys. Okay, I think this is the way to one key. And you can avoid this whole section. I'm going to show you guys later on how to avoid doing all of this. It's extremely worth it. It's like one of the easiest tricks there is. Okay, cool. So here's one key. Now these keys are going to open up 2 doors. Here's one. I think the other key is like actually over here. Like I want to say like on the left. Bottom left? No? Prof, where's the other key? This is key route, but is the longest key route, unfortunately. Okay, you passed the route. It is to the left side. This is the only thing I was like worried about was this part of the run because I haven't practiced it. Okay, here we go. Oh no, this is a strawberry. After you collect the first key, go down on the left side. This is another strawberry, right? Okay, here we go. Key number 2. So there we go. So there's the 2 keys. Thank you for your help, Prof. And now we're going to open up the second door, which is over here. And the purpose of doing this is because both doors are open, the path is open. We can take this bubble all the way left. Just picked up a quick berry, you know. Okay, there you go. So this is where you end up once you open both those doors. Again, nothing advanced here. Just, you know, just knowing where to go and trying to do it as clean as you can. Deaths are not bad. Don't worry about dying a few times. It's gonna happen. Don't worry about that sketchy seeker. It's fine. And again, a big part of the run is just knowing what to do and knowing how to complete each room. And that stuff doesn't happen, you know, automatically. Here's a cutscene skip. Now we got to grab Theo and carry him. You can throw him a bit. Throwing him is faster than just walking around with him, so just remember that. If you're throwing him, you can do a dash, you can pick him up. But again, the important thing is just knowing where to go and avoiding these seekers. You can throw Theo actually like through the screen transition, which is pretty useful. But you cannot leave Theo behind. That's a no-no. And you can't let Theo die, like fall into spikes or anything like that. Oh, that one got me. That one got me. Theo can press the buttons. Normally you have to like dash down to activate the button, but when you're holding Theo, you can... Whoa, that was extremely close. You actually can just... Theo, no. When you're holding Theo, you can just land on the button and the button will activate. I'm just gonna like run through here. No problem. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, we got a little bit lucky there, but that's all part of the game. Okay, these seekers, just ignore these seekers. They're not going to mess with you. Just jump with Theo whenever possible. Do some dashes. This is an important route for this room. You want to take this, this path is the easiest one here. If you just try and jump on the seeker's head. I'm actually taking my time here because I want to account for the fact that, you know, if you're sub 1 hour, you're probably not going to be getting through all this deathless. So I take some time here and there just to go a little bit slower. Maybe take some intentional deaths. But again, very basic speedrunning. Really is just knowing the game, knowing how to play. Skip the cutscene as soon as Theo touches the evil eyeball, and that's Mirror Temple. I got Rhythm. What's up? How's it going, Rhythm? Saw the tweet. Is it okay to turn on invincibility in assist mode just to learn the screens? I had to do it just to survive the last bits of Mr. Oshiro. Absolutely. That's a great point. I got Rhythm. And welcome in. There's a lot of assist features which are going to help you. Invincibility mode. I've never personally done any runs with it, but it's absolutely a great way to learn, especially if you just want to like map out, learn your route without worrying about dying. That's actually a great idea, brilliant idea, especially when you're starting out, because knowing where to go is such an important part of going fast. Here's the beginning of Reflection. You got a cutscene right in the beginning. Grab the feather. And depending on your control scheme, you may or may not use analog stick. You may use D-pad. You may use keyboard. You can see my inputs in the, on the bottom of the screen here. I'm a D-pad player, and I switch to analog skip. Right when you hit here, you can skip this cutscene. I use analog stick for the feathering. Dash your way up here, hit this Kevin block. Take the Kevin block up, and let's grab this feather. Again, I'm not showing any advanced movement here. I'm not showing any speed strats. I'm not showing any shortcuts. This first run through is just really base game, played pretty clean, pretty smooth. And I'm thinking we're going to end up right about an hour. It's possible that we sub 1 hour. It may be just at a little over an hour. But I just wanted to show you guys that speedrunning, when you're starting out, doesn't have to be complicated. Doesn't have to be learning a ton of difficult strats. But don't worry, stick around, because right after this, I'm going to show you guys all the really cool speedrunning stuff. Speaking of really cool, Metagloria in the house. What's up, Metagloria? Welcome in. Celeste Speedrunner Extraordinaire, Metagloria. We're doing a speed walk right now. For anybody who's just tuning in, we are just going through the entire game without using any advanced movements. No skips. And then once we're done here, it's going to take about an hour. We're going to show you the advanced movements. We're going to show you all the skips. And we may even do a full run using all the advanced movements. My PB is a 3706 or something, 3708, around there, and I normally can sub 40. So that's the level of Celeste Speedrunner I am. And we're lucky enough to have in chat people that are much faster than me, and people that are probably just as fast as me, and just a ton of really good Celeste knowledge. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in chat. And if I see chat, I'll obviously answer them. And then once we're done with this run, we're going to do more of like a Q&A where I can show you specific strats. But for right now, there's just so many good people in chat that will be able to answer any questions you have. But really, this is another level that you need to route. You need to route. If you want to turn on assist mode and do invincibility just to route, that's really important, because this is another level that has multiple branching paths. And knowing where you're going is really, really important. I can't stress that enough. The more time that you're spending just kind of running around, you know, maybe confused about where to go, what to do, you know, that's obviously losing you time. So far, again, I haven't done anything here. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't done anything here that could be considered an advanced movement. I haven't done any skips. Only the intended skip in Mirror Temple. I'm only using dashes and jumps. There's a cutscene here as soon as you talk to Granny. We're going to continue on again. Just if you're a beginner speedrunner, my strategy is just play the game. Just play the game over and over, start to finish. You will get faster naturally. You will get faster naturally. Oh, I was talking about earlier, and I never actually answered the question about the greatest resource for speedrunners that speedrunners usually don't pay attention to or see as a great resource. But it is speedrun.com. Speedrun.com, and the stream is not sponsored by speedrun.com, by the way. But if anyone from speedrun.com is listening, then I am available for sponsorship. Speedrun.com is a really good resource, and the reason for that is everyone there's about 1,700 or 1,800 submissions for Celeste ANY Sub. Times starting from 4.5 hours all the way down to 27 minutes. Skip this cutscene here, and we're into the battle and fight. And one of the greatest things you can do, apart from playing the game and learning, is watching speedruns. And I don't think people really they don't really see the benefit that it gives you. I think it's actually could be just as important as playing the game would be watching the game being played, watching the speedruns, because you will learn so much. Your subconscious, whatever you want to call it, is so incredibly powerful. Just by watching, you're learning so much, and when you get to that point in your speedrun, you will have seen it done already, and you will know what to do, and you will learn so much faster. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, so speedrun.com has just video replays of, you pick the speed. Do you want to watch a 50-minute run? Do you want to watch a 30-minute run? You can pick whatever speed, and there's going to be a run there for you to watch. And everyone has different techniques. Each person's speedrun is like their fingerprint. It's so unique, and you will pick up things from everybody that you see. So if you have some time, maybe you want to just watch some speedruns. My personal recommendation would be to pick someone with a speedrun that's like within your time range. What I mean by that is, let's say your personal best is 55 minutes, and you really want to get down to 50 minutes. Don't go and watch Ultra Marlin, the world record holder. You know, don't go and watch the top 10 speedrun the game. Although, I mean, yes, go and watch it because it's awesome to see, and it's very cool. It's not going to give you the most benefit. The most benefit is going to come from watching someone whose speedrun, whose personal best time is closest to yours, or close to your target. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. You're going to benefit much more from watching that than you would from watching, you know, one of the top 10 speedrunners of the game. Okay, here we go, making our way through this fight. Again, nothing, no skips, no advanced techniques. Just playing the game and playing it smooth, and knowing where to go, knowing how to complete these rooms. This is kind of like a cutscene room, but there's no actual cutscene to skip. You just have to kind of bop battling. And then this is the first cutscene here. You can skip right here. And now she's gonna go all Super Saiyan and squish me against the ceiling. Again, not doing anything special here, just knowing where to go, knowing what to do. And that's only going to come through practice and through, through practice and through watching other people play. This is like actually like difficult to do. Trying to do it casually. We get so ingrained with our strats. We get so used to running all these levels using advanced movements that going back is definitely kind of awkward. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat to see. Whoops. To remember the game as it was played when when you first played it. When maybe you played it casually. But like watching someone play like this, where you're just going fast. I mean, you're just going smooth. You're not really maximizing, frames or trying to really get like crazy movement. You're just playing the game. You're playing it clean. And there you go. So that's Reflection for the most part. And we are about 44 minutes into the game. This is where you can skip a cutscene. And now you have 2 dashes. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't completed the game casually. There's not too many spoilers in a speedrun just because, apart from seeing all the screens, we're going to skip all the story. So you're not seeing too many of the story spoilers, but it's such a beautiful story that I highly encourage you to play it casually. Enjoy this story. As soon as you touch down, you can skip, and that's Reflection. Enjoy this beautiful story, this beautiful game. Markers, everybody has their own style. I like to learn faster strats and then practice them because I think they make me better at the game, but some people just try to play safe and smooth. Well said. SKA, welcome in. I can feel the desire to type her and holding back through the screen. Yo, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to getting this run through and then being able to show you guys some advanced stuff and start showing you how movement can the pace can really pick up here. Lizzie PB followed. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Lizzie. Welcome in. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is really, really basic beginner speed running today. We're going to talk about, again, this is just the first playthrough. I'm going you all the way through the game. We're at the summit already, and I haven't done any advanced movements. I haven't done any tricks. I haven't done any speed strats. This is all extremely basic. Lewis says, honestly, I love this game so much, even besides the speed aspect, although running is really fun regardless. I know, me too. And I think everybody is like in the same boat where it's like, we just love this game and it hasn't gotten old. We played hundreds of hours. We played 10,000 hours between everybody in the speedrunning community and the Celeste community. I mean, way more than that. Game's pretty all right, yeah. Welcome in, Lizzie PB. Did I say welcome? And welcome, WGR Ziskin. I need a nickname for you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. If I could erase my memory of a game experience again, I'd either go Breath of the Wild or this. Yeah, that's really cool. And that's one of the great things about, again, the Celeste community and speedrunning is like, me personally, and I know other people too, we love watching people's first playthroughs of this game because it lets us kind of relive the experience. And speedrunning as well, like we love watching people who are learning to speedrun the game and giving them advice and helping them along and encouraging them. It's just amazing. Corrupted Nitro, what's up? I'm glad I found your stream about a year ago. Sorry I haven't caught many streams, but you seem like a great person, Mr. Majama. Thank you, Corrupted Nitro. I appreciate you hanging out, and thanks everybody for being here tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. Absolutely love this game. And I really never thought that I would get as a streamer. I always kind of wanted to be a variety streamer and play whatever I wanted. And I always liked platformers. But this game really just captured my passion, captured all my gaming, all my gamer sensibilities. And it's truly a game that, like, it doesn't miss on any level. The soundtrack is incredible. The characters are amazing, and the movement is just so beautiful, and it just does everything right. The design, the aesthetic. It shows like when you put like love and passion and effort into a game, even if it's a simple game. Celeste doesn't have any weapons. Celeste doesn't have any enemies. It doesn't have any. All it has is jumping. I mean, it's just jump and dash. Obviously, once we finish up this run, I'm going to show you guys how it's not exactly all there is. But it's, there's no items. It's just such a simple game done so beautifully. And I think that's why it resonates with so many people. That's why it has the lasting power that it does. And yeah. Shoutouts to Matt Makes Games. And Matt Thorson, Matty Thorson, Noel Berry, Lena Rain, Kevin Audio. I'm sorry, I'm blanking Kevin's last name. Everybody involved in this game. It truly is a masterpiece. And it really has like unlimited replayability. I mean, apart from speed running, there's also just the challenges that are involved. Golden berries. If you guys don't know, each level has a golden berry, and what that means is you collect the berry at the beginning of each stage, and if you die, you go back to the beginning. So you have to complete each level deathless in order to collect the berry, and including I didn't even talk about the DLC yet, because the DLC Farewell just takes everything that the main game gave you and just delivers on it like incredibly. As soon as you see Madeline and Badeline split apart in between each of these subsections of the summit, you can skip the cutscene there. Just FYI. So Summit, we're kind of revisiting all of the chapters that we previously beat. And again, a lot of it's routing, a lot of it's knowing where to go, knowing how to complete the screen. Doesn't have to be with advanced movements. You can make some mistakes. You can die here and there. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be perfect, and especially when you're just starting out. Just know your path, know your routing. I'm gonna wait here for a second. I do occasionally I'll do like something that might be considered like a speed strat or an advanced technique. In that case, I will take an extra second and just stop on the wall or something, just so that I want it to be clear that this is something sub 1 hour is achievable for so many people, and it's such a great goal to set when you're just starting out, because it's such a clear goal. It's 1 hour. Anybody can relate to that. It's 1 hour. Again, you can skip this guy. As soon as you touch, you can skip that cutscene. Zirkus in the house. What's up, Zirkus? Summit is the pinnacle of making an amazing final level. Yes, it really is. And when it comes to speedrunning, we've talked about this before. It makes it actually really difficult to speedrun. And it's because it requires a lot of focus. That's another thing that speedrunning Celeste requires, is it requires focus. You do have to be paying attention, because there's a lot of, especially as you get faster, as soon as you lose focus, you're gonna have problems. And something else, just in terms of speedrunning in general, is it is a mental and it's a physical, it's like a sport. And people, I think, kind of laugh at that, and they say, that's not really a sport, like you're sitting in a chair, you're using a controller. But for anybody who's played video games for a long time can attest, your hands will get cramped, your hands will get tired. You have to develop the muscles that you use for the game. And there's a growing process. That takes time. It's not going to happen right away, and you're going to probably have times where you have to take breaks, do hand stretches. I encourage you to, stay healthy as you're learning this, but it is absolutely physical. And it's also mental. And one of the cool things about this game to speedrun, and also one of the things that makes it difficult, is Summit, the final level. It is the longest level by far. It's the longest level by far. And there was no advanced movement there, by the way. That's just knowing the room. And to bring the longest level at the end, it's like, I don't know, it's like running a marathon, but the last lap of the marathon is uphill. You know what I mean? It's just this, you've already done so much work mentally and physically to get to where you are. Maybe you've been playing the best you've ever played and the fastest you've ever played, and you're on an amazing run, and then you get to the end, and it's not a smooth coast down. It's not like you get to relax. No, it's the hardest part of the game. It's the longest section of the game. We're gonna go this way because I think this is probably the way that most people go casually. I just gotta remember how it works. Okay, some of this, okay. There we go. So yeah, they throw the hardest level of the game at you at the very end. And it's just, yeah, it's a really incredible game design. And really incredible, like, foresight. Like, when they were developing Celeste, they did so with the absolute intention of speedrunners and speedrunning the game. And, I mean, it should be clear in terms of the movement. The movement that you see, the love really being put into the movement here. And it'll become much more apparent once we get done with this run. I'm going to show you guys some of the advanced movement stuff and how fast you can really go. And it's going to become very clear just how much thought was put into this game in terms of people speedrunning it. But again, we're nearing the end of the first playthrough here. I wanted to play the full game all the way through using no advanced strats, using no speedrunning techniques, no advanced movement, no skips. And then what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to move faster. We're going to show you the most important skips in the game. We're going to show you how to save time. And most importantly, I just want to show you guys that this is a game that you can speedrun. Even if maybe you think, oh, I'm not good enough to speedrun. I like Celeste. I love playing it casually, but I don't know. I think it would be cool to speedrun it, but I don't think I'll be able to. I'm here to tell you, like, yes, you can. You absolutely can. And, you know, while everyone may not make it to, you know, the top 100 players in the world, you can absolutely set an achievable goal for yourself, and you can achieve that goal. You can go further than you even thought was possible. And that, my friends, is a beautiful feeling. Here we are into the Mirror Temple section. I gotta remember how this stuff all works casually. Okay. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm pretty much focused on the game at this point, but feel free to ask any questions in chat. We have a lot of really, really smart, big brain Celeste speedrunners in chat. And as soon as we're done with this run, I will be more than happy to answer your questions, show you strats. We're going to be talking a lot more interactively after this in terms of techniques and skips and secrets and tricks and how to go fast. This is, again, just the first run, which is going to be very basic. There's not going to be any advanced movement. There's going to be no skips at all. I think we may finish up just over 1 hour. But that's fine. I want to show you guys that it's very possible. We also didn't know we were going back in Mirror Temple. We got lost. So okay, that works. We are 10 minutes into Summit. And we're nearing the final section of Summit. This is the final screen of the subsection here. And as soon as we're done with this, we will be into the 3,000 meters section, which is the absolute end of the game. Whoops. Some screens are more important to learn than others, and this one is one of those ones that you want to learn. It's a long screen. Any long screen has the opportunity for a death towards the end of the screen, which is really costly when it comes to time. Certain screens don't really matter when you die as much as others. Some you can die, it's not a big deal. Some you can die, and it's a very big deal. So it's important as you're learning the speed run to understand the distinction between which screens you want to be extra careful on. Sometimes it's more important to be extra careful than it is to go fast. Certain screens you can kind of go fast and reckless, and you're going to be okay because a death is not that punishing. But certain screens you really can't go to. It's much smarter to be safe. Like, for example, the final Oshiro screen in Celestial Resort. That's a screen that it's absolutely better to play it safe than it is to try and do fast and end up having to reset it 5 or 6 or 10 times. But this section here is called Downdraft. It's the first section of 3,000 meters, and it has this wind that's blowing straight down, and it makes things pretty tricky. But if you just remember that you have 2 dashes too. You want to use both those dashes because it's going to make your life a lot easier. And I think a lot of times people forget that they have both dashes because it's new, right? For Summit. You've played the whole game so far with only 1 dash. Just remember you do have 2. And then I can't wait to show you guys like wall bouncing later. It's so much fun. The advanced movements, which we're going to be going over pretty soon, are extremely fun and bring a whole nother element, a whole nother speed element into the game. And then once you know some of those advanced movements, you're gonna know some tricks as well. You're gonna do some really cool tricks, which are gonna save you a lot of time. If you guys have noticed me doing any advanced strats here, let me know. But I think I've been pretty clean with it. And where I have accidentally maybe done an advanced strat, I tried to make up for it by just kind of slowing down a little bit. Again, the intention of this first section of the stream is just to play the game once through with no advanced movement. Just kind of playing it pretty casually, but knowing your routing and trying to play as clean as possible. And that's going to net you a pretty good time. Pretty good base time there. And then from there, we're going to talk about where the game gets really fun in terms of the speed run. All the advanced stuff. But for now, this playthrough is basically climbing, jumping, dashing. And that's it. I haven't really done anything else. Now, of course, for your playthrough to get this clean is going to take some practice. You don't just pick up the game and start running this smooth. Just because it takes time, you have to learn where to go, what to do, all the movements. It sounds simple, but how to avoid dying. I will touch flag 5 just for Bean. I don't know if Bean is in the chat, but he loves flag 5. Whoops, I think I need another... Yep, I need another dash there, okay. Do. Flag 3. Count them down. Flag 3, we're almost there, guys. We're almost to the top. We are almost there. Only a couple more flags. And there went flag 2. And here we go, flag 1. Just under an hour, 59 minutes. Just nice and smooth gameplay. No special strats. No advanced movements. Celeste, any %. Skip the cutscene. You're in under 1 hour.